Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If this is your first visit to the channel, please do consider hitting that subscribe button down below if you do like this video. And if you like the video, also give it a like. Now, I'm Lee Whitaker, I'm the golf professional here at the Dartmouth Hotel Golf and Spa Resort in Devon. And for those who have watched my journey all the way through, you'll know that I've been a bit quiet recently, and there's been a really good reason for that. I've recently started here at Dartmouth, as some of you know, and it's been a pretty busy period for me. Unfortunately, we've been pretty short-staffed, and I've been doing 6-day weeks, so the 1 day off a week I've had to spend time with the wife and the baby, so I've not really got any filming done. But the good news is we've got one more staff member in here now, so I will be putting out a lot more videos than I have been. Now today, I'm going to just play 2 or 3 holes, and I'm just going to give you a bit of an update of what's happening with me, what's happening with the channel, the prize draw. Obviously, a lot of you have been waiting for quite a considerable amount of time now for that prize draw. That is now happening, and I'll tell you when that's happening as we go through. But we're just going to start off here on the 11th, pretty long par 4. I've got a new driver in the bag that I'm testing out, which is the Stealth. Those who know, I've played the Sim 2 for a long time, but I'm just testing out the Stealth. So we're going to start off on this hole. I've not warmed up, which is always handy. Pretty long par 4, pretty difficult par 4. I've had some swing changes, and those who watched Dan's video at Western-super-Mare will know I've actually had a mare, and we'll talk about that as well. But let's just get off this tee. And let's talk a little bit more about what's happening with me and the channel. So that's decent strike, just leaked out to the right a little bit. Not bad for a first swing. I'll take it. Let's go down and see what that is, and let's talk a little bit more. So as we walk down to the ball, the channel, yeah, not been a lot of videos recently, probably 4 in the last 2 months. Not ideal when I want to put out at least 2 a week, but like I said, had a few staff issues, so been working a lot of hours, and Vicky's not been very well, so Vicky spent a week in hospital not long ago. She had meningitis, so she was in hospital for a week, so that sort of wiped a week out for me because I had to look after the baby, so that wasn't ideal. But now she's back at work, she's all okay. We've got staff now, so I'm able to get out on the course a bit more and make these videos. So hopefully going forward, there'll be a lot more videos coming out about me, how I'm getting on with the PGA, review videos and all that kind of thing. Right, I've left myself in a right little pickle here. I don't know how far I've got because I haven't got my rangefinder, but we'll have a go at this. So let's talk PGA to start with. How are we getting on with that? That's actually a really good shot. Get there. That's actually done really well, just front edge of the green. So PGA. Obviously, those who know, I'm in year 1, so I've now completed all 4 assignments. 3 have been marked and I got the results back and all good. I got 1 to come in about a week's time, and then at the end of this month is my exams for the year, and then that's the academic side of it done. All I've then got to do is play 7 rounds in the whole year, but I've already done 4. And that's pretty much then year 1 completed. So far, so good with the PGA. Now, I will say for those who want to do the PGA, go for it. Like, I'm 40 years old this year, in June. If anyone wants to send any presents to me, just a little hint. And I found it difficult to do essays because I've not done essays since I was about 16 years old. But you get a lot of help from your tutors, and they're not as difficult as you think once you get the hang of it. So if you are looking to do your PGA, just go for it. Like, you only live once. I've had a lot of stick for going for it from people on comments in YouTube, and you're not good enough and all this lot. Now, you're not going to necessarily do it in the public eye like I am, but that's my choice. No one's made me do YouTube, and no one's made me go for my PGA. So that was my choice to do it. And I'm glad I've done it because it's opened up this fabulous opportunity I've got here at Dartmouth. So just go for it. Like, you've only lived once, just go for it. So PGA going really well. So this came up a little bit short, but I was on the upslope, so I didn't know how high I was going to go. Let's talk about Dartmouth. So I've been here February, March, April, just coming up to the end of 3 months, and really enjoying it, really enjoying the challenge that it involves. Unfortunately, in that time, the director of golf or head pro has left, which has kind of thrown me in at the deep end because that puts me basically in charge. But hopefully the people here think I've rose to the occasion. The members seem to like me. That was not the greatest chip. And I'm really enjoying the job, the challenge, and everything that's basically involved in running new putter, running the golf side of the business here. Yeah, I've got great staff who work for me in the shop. So Dartmouth is going really well as the PGA. So far, so good. Right, I've skipped ahead to the 13th hole. Lovely par 4, as you can see in the distance. It's not the greatest of days. It's a bit cloudy, a bit foggy, but is what it is. Let's talk about the little elephant in the room, and that was Weston-super-Mare. Now, if you've a follower of this channel, you're more than likely a follower of Dan's channel as well, and you will see that I went back on a vlog at Weston-super-Mare for the first time since the Christmas special, but for the first time since France, really. I mean, the Christmas special was just a few shots. And I'll be honest, I was bricking it. I was really nervous. It was the first proper time I'd been on a vlog since turning pro, or since being a pro for long enough. And since I've turned pro, my golf game's gone down a little bit, and that's due to mainly not being able to practice, not having enough time to practice, because since I've been here, I've just been working every hour God sends. So I've not really had a lot of time to practice. So when I'm turning up at competitions or turning up, I'm not really in any frame of mind or any ability to compete at the moment, because I'm not having time to practice. But Weston-super-Mare was probably the lowest point of my short golfing career, to be perfectly honest. Right, let's try and get off this tee a little bit better than we got off the last one. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest vlog I've been involved in. That's a good strike. Just going to leak a little bit towards that path, but that's good because that's where the buggy's going to go. Yeah, those who watched would know it was basically 18 holes of the S word that ends with a famous actor's name called Tom. It wasn't very good, and I'll be perfectly honest, I asked Dan not to put that vlog out because I was waiting for the barrage of abuse to come in. But Dan quite rightly said no, and it was selfish of me to ask, because at the end of the day, Weston-super-Mare had invited us up to play. Dan Toogood, who is just a phenomenal golfer, had invited us up to play. So why shouldn't the vlog go out because of one person? You know, Dan had made the expense of the fuel, our dinner, and all that to go up. So he needed to recoup that money by the vlog going out. So it was quite rightly, he said no. But I was nervous of it going out because I expected an absolute barrage of abuse, because since I've turned pro, don't get me wrong, there are so many people who are positive, like, go for it, Lee, love to be doing what you do, you know, you've got guts in going for it and all that lot. But then there's the one or two, you know, people, the YouTube professionals, the commenters, who clearly never have a bad round and are just perfect in everything that they do, who always have something to say, and I shouldn't let it get to me, but it's difficult not to. However, the comments were really good. Right, I don't know how far I've got, say about 100 yards. I'm just going to hit 52 up there. Hopefully I don't shank it. And that looks an absolutely brilliant shot. Maybe I should just not know yardages more often. And I have to say, the comments were phenomenal. The amount of support I got, the amount of people saying, you know, it happens, I've never seen you play like that before. But I was just so nervous, and the more I did it, the more my head went. And I think Lester covered it pretty well in the Sunday show the day after, saying your head just scrambles, like it's just like a haze. It's like you forget how to play golf. And I literally just wanted to die. It's the only thing I can say. I just wanted to die. I just wanted to get out of there. I wanted the game to end. I needed to get out because I was just embarrassing myself more and more. And to be fair to the two Dans and Lester, they were really, really supportive. But I felt like I was letting the whole vlog down, because people don't watch that to see something like that happen. But what it does show is it does happen, and it happens to everybody. The only difference is I didn't have the mental capacity or ability to right that wrong at that time. I'd done it 2 or 3 times, and by that stage my head had just exploded. I didn't know how to play golf. I was all right getting off the tee, I was all right chipping, but as soon as I got an iron in my hand, I'd already talked myself into the shank, and it was horrendous. All I can say is, if it's ever happened to you, you know what I'm talking about. But that happened to me on video, knowing that 40,000 people potentially are going to rinse you, and it just got worse and worse. But I tried to keep smiling. I tried to keep my, the banter up. I tried to keep my sense of humour going, but inside I was dying. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, if it wasn't for the guys that commented the support, I was contemplating giving up the whole YouTube thing, being on Dan's channel, doing this channel, because I was embarrassed, and I just knew that I was going to get absolutely rinsed. But that didn't happen. In fact, what did happen was just an outpouring of support, and actually for that, I have to say a massive thank you to you guys, because you've kept me going. You've made me keep wanting to do this, because I'll be perfectly honest, I was ready to give it up, 100% ready to give it up. And I had a pro event the next day. Anyway, I got this lovely little fur birdie, which is very nice. So yeah, I had a pro event the next day, and I was ready to pull out. I spoke to Dan on the way up, and I'm like, mate, I'm pulling out of this. There was no way I'm embarrassing myself by going to a pro event and shanking my way around it. But Dan, being Dan, full of positivity, he's like, just get on with it, basically. Stop worrying about it, get on with it. So I went to the driving range very early that morning. Come on, mate. What an awful putt. It's just an awful putt. I'm going to forget that. Yeah, so I'd gone to the driving range the next day, and I'd hit 150 balls. That's better. To get it out of my system. And all those 150 balls, I didn't hit one shank. So I went to Launceston pretty, not confident, but confident I wasn't going to shank my way around it, or at least confident enough that I would play okay. And to be fair, I shot my best medal round as a professional. I shot a 78. It's nothing to shout home about, but I'm playing against people who, like Paul, I don't think he turned up that day actually. Did he play? I don't think Paul played, but there's Ryan Pope at Exeter who plays all the time. There's Rich Woods who plays all the time. These are people who play golf a lot, whereas I sell Mars bars a lot at the moment. So I held my own. I got 10th place. Yes, it was 10 out of 13, so it wasn't exactly a top 10, but I shot a 78. And it's probably the best 78 I've ever shot in my life, given what happened the day before. Didn't hit one shank, hit the ball really well. And since then, I've had a lesson. And I reached out to the king of the long ball on Dan's channel, James Ruth, because one, he's close. Two, I get on well with him, and I know he'll tell me the truth. Because it's normally I'd go see Dan, but it's difficult to tie Dan down because he's so busy with his own channel and the other channel, DHG Plus. So I'd not had a lesson really for about 18 months since the last time I properly saw Dan. And you can get into bad habits. Now I know I'm in my process of, I'm a level 1 coach myself, and I'm in the process of doing my PGA, but it's difficult to self-assess yourself. So I reached out to James and I said, look, you've probably seen what happened. Can you point me in the right direction, or just give me a few little pointers? And basically what I was doing, and this is a good tip for anyone out there, is I was coming inside really quickly. So the face was open here, and I'd get to the top, and as I come down, I'm leaving the face wide open. So what he basically told me to do is to keep, and I knew it, and if you'd have watched the vlog, Dan's like, keep the face closed as long as possible, but that Western Supermare vlog was not the time I was going to make changes. My head had gone. So what I'm trying to do now is keep the face as closed as possible, so you can see the difference there. If I put it up, how far closed it is. And from there, I'm rotating the body and then feeling like I'm pulling down to rotate. And that's what that's done, is give me my draw back, not necessarily with driver, because it's a difficult club to draw, but with my irons, definitely give me my draw back, give me my confidence back. And as long as I put a good swing on it, I'm hitting a pretty decent ball now. So hopefully that has cured my problem. Oh, that's just a rocket. That is a great drive. That's gone to miles. So there you see, so I'm very much a confidence player. And from high on confidence, I play well. And when I got down to 4, I played a lot of rounds because I was trying to get to the PGA, so I was putting in game after game after game. Must have played about 20 rounds a month in those last 2-3 months to get that handicap down to progress. But where I've not been playing so much, my confidence drops and you hit a few bad shots, and like, I'm not mentally prepared for that, and I haven't got the golfing ability. I've turned pro very quickly. I appreciate that. I don't have the history of playing as a junior. I've only really took golf up 4 or 5 years ago properly, where I started as a 26 handicap. So I've come a long way in a very short space of time, and sometimes those bad habits can come into play. So it's always worth, no matter how good a player you are, just popping to see a coach to try and, if you've got a problem, to spot it, because it's really difficult to spot a problem yourself. It's hard to critique yourself. But I saw James, within half an hour, he'd cured my shanks, he'd given me my drawback, and it was 2 very simple things of keeping the face closed at the top, going back, and just feel like you're pulling down on the ball as you're rotating through. And then drives like that happen on a 400-yard par 4. Well, I've probably given myself about 100 yards left in. It was just a game changer. This fog is coming in quick, I tell you. Well, I don't know if I've got, I ain't got a rangefinder. I've picked a pitching wedge, and I always say have courage in your convictions. So yeah, hopefully if Dan ever invites me back, or when Dan invites me back, I'll put on a better show for you guys, because I know that I do have quite a lot of people who root for me and want me to do well. And at the end of the day, when I go on these vlogs, I'm not going there to play rubbish. I want to play the best golf I can. For 2 reasons. 1, because people like to watch it. 2, people like to see me play well. And actually 3 reasons is because I want to do the best for Dan, because Dan's been so good to me over the years that I want to, when I go on that, I appreciate the invite, and I want to produce the best I can for him to help his channel grow, as well as having like the exposure to help my channel grow. So that's why we want to do it. But all in all, hopefully that problem's been cured, and going forward you'll see better golf from me. Now I've got a little bit more time to practice and to basically just play better golf. But all in all, my head and my golf are in a better place than they were about a month ago. Right, I'm struggling to see this pin now because this fog's coming in, but we're going to go with it. Got a pitching wedge, play for that draw, and hopefully get somewhere near the pin. I think it's a little bit out to the right, so I just blocked that out. I think it's just made it up there. Let's get the divot. Always repair your divots, people. The greenkeepers will appreciate it, and if you come to Dartmouth and do it, I'll appreciate it. Speaking of which, hopefully on the next video at some point next week, I'm going to speak to my general manager, and I'm going to try and put together a little package deal for people who follow the channel, maybe give you some form of discount to be able to come here as a society or as a golf break, to just get you guys to come and experience Dartmouth, because it is a fantastic golf course. It is a genuine championship golf course. It is a challenge, and I'd love to see you guys come down and enjoy it as much as I enjoy being here. And if I can give you a bit of money off at the same time, even better. Okay, right, finally the prize draw. And I 100% own the fact, oh, that stopped pretty quickly. I've been a bit slack on it. The first two, the tightest driver and the wedges went really well. They went really, and I was on top of it. But this big mega prize draw, I appreciate and own the fact that I've been slack on it. However, it is now filled, finally now filled. And because of that, I can do the prize draw, finally. Right, let's see if we can get a par to finish off with. Yes, we can. So like I said, the prize draw has finally filled. In fact, it filled end of January, beginning of February, and I've just, it's not an excuse, it's because I've been busy, I've just not had time to do it. But next Friday at 7:30, so Friday the 14th, 15th, 22nd I think it is, at 7:30, I'm going to go live and I'm going to do that prize draw, which is the ultimate bag prize draw. It's a complete Callaway bag prize draw. And hopefully one of you guys will win it. Well, one of you guys will win it. And hopefully that winner can come down and be fit for me. But if not, like I've said, just send me a spec and we can send it off. I am 100% sorry. I am so sorry it's taken so long. I completely own it, that it's my fault. And there are 2 more prize draws on my website. There's an Odyssey putter and a year supply golf balls, which is 12 dozen golf balls that you can win. So they can still be won, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more. I want to do more, but I feel I've let you guys down a little bit by this one taking so long. So I'm going to have a think about it of whether I'm going to do any more. I would like to, but I'm not sure if I've burnt my bridge with this one by taking so long to do it. Some of you guys have bought 1 ticket, some have bought 10 tickets. Someone is going to win an absolute fantastic prize, and that will be next Friday at 7:30 live on YouTube. So do come in and join. Let's have a chat as well as do the prize draw. But I'm going to leave this video here. Hopefully that's a little bit of an insight and an update of what's happening with me. I say I am massively busy here at Dartmouth. We are starting to come into silly season, but I am going to get out here more on my days off, and now Vicky's out of hospital and things like that, just to put more videos out there, more review videos, and more videos for you guys. And hopefully soon you'll see me on Dan's channel, hopefully playing a bit more like this and a little bit less like I did at Weston-super-Mare, because I know the support is there now, and I just need to stop worrying about it. It's easier said than done, but I just need to stop worrying about it. If you are new to the channel and you want to follow my journey and follow my YouTube channel, please do subscribe down below. If you've liked this video, do give it a thumbs up and comment down below, you know, what did you think of Weston-super-Mare? What do you think of the channel? I'm really looking forward to seeing you all again soon and seeing that you come here to Dartmouth. And I'm finally happy that I can start getting more time on the channel and getting it growing. But for the time being, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to finish off a few more holes and I'll see you next time.